To glue each piece as accurately as possible is going to be very hard. Where to start and where to stop kind of thing. Like,
Brent was essentially pulling all of the pieces out like a puzzle and laying them out on the floor.
you need identifiers, and like I don't have any, you know. This might be our biggest identifier to set the center of the car, I think. I'm not sure, but I think. I believe. You know, but do they wrap underneath? I'm assuming they do, like so. Oh, I think this is for the backs here, because the back, there's this piece here, and then the top covers all this. I think. These are gonna go up front somehow. It's too much of a time crunch to get this done without me being here. All this has to be cut in.
Me and Jason got to get our hands on and kind of lay out the pieces and help them.
Down like this, get glued in like this, over this hump and in. I can say this, anything with a cut edge I know is hidden and has something like this covering it. That I know.
I kind of felt bad for him. He was supposed to be on vacation. Ray was supposed to be leaving. Like, there were so many bad things happening, but this car still had to get done. And I ended up putting my own camera down, and I tried to help Brent figure out where all these carpet pieces went. And it truly felt like, you know, we were part of this build. Like, I didn't want to see them fail. I wanted them to succeed just as much as they did.
The Porsche Restoration Competition is a great way to showcase what Porsche dealers across Canada and the world are able to do with classic cars. For example, this one behind me, they were able to take a vehicle that was, you know, at the end of its life cycle and bring it back to life, strip it down to the last nuts and bolts and rebuild it all back up, repaint it, redo the interior, to really showcase that you can have Porsche quality when you are rebuilding a classic car. That just made me realize, and not necessarily learn, but reminded me of the importance of collaboration and having a team that's willing to and does collaborate regardless of the circumstances.
When we first started this project, it took a little bit of time to really think about the creative direction that we wanted to go with it. And we took inspiration from some of our favorite shows. Some of us are fans of Top Gear as well as Drive to Survive. And that's really where we wanted to land with this series. We wanted to focus more on the people, how they played a role in making this restoration possible. But I think one of the most interesting people that we met was Ron from Ron's Upholstery. He had such a way about him, the way that he spoke, especially how highly he spoke about his team. And it was really cool to get into that upholstery shop and see all the textures and see their process of how they were able to revitalize the interior of the car.
My favorite character from this series, I think, have to be Ray, just because he's such a nice guy. Even when things were just chaos, he still delivered everything with a smile on his face, and I respect that.
I think my favorite episode was episode 5. It was really the boiling point where everything that we had been working on, or everything they had been working on in the previous episodes, was really coming to a head right when it felt like, you know, success was right in front of them. Of course, something has to go wrong.
The one on the left there? Yeah, in the airbox. Open it up. Hold it open. Yeah.
That's what makes this series so good, is that we didn't hide behind anything. We actually got to tell the story as it was happening. And I think that's what makes that episode so great.
My favorite episode, it was episode 4, because we have difference between each scene, and also we had interview scenes in the Porsche facilities, and that's like a nice mixed cocktail, and all of this stuff seems like a really Netflix show, and that's why I like it.
What excited me most about this project is the fact that I'm a huge car guy, I'm a huge Porsche fan, and I'm a fan of telling stories through video. Thus, I started this company. And this was an opportunity to combine all three into one and collaborate with an awesome team that I love working with and create a masterpiece that we're really, really proud of.
When we looked more into it, what we found was every year, one of the dealers would be awarded a marketing award for their efforts. And as soon as we knew that, I had this conversation with Alex where I basically said, if we take this on, the only way we take this on is if we win that award.
In the beginning, when we set this goal to win in some marketing award here, I said, okay, we can do it. And after that, I dive into different dealerships and try to figure out how they done this before. Then I saw there's a couple different videos on YouTube and said, okay, we can do it easily, no problem, don't worry, be happy.
And then on top of that, you know, to then be rewarded at the end by the marketing award from Porsche Canada that was given to one dealership out of the 20 or so participating ones across Canada, that was the best validation to the fact that this was a project that worth taking on and that we did a great job as a team.